Track 1.3 Unit 1 Lesson 1 Activity 1 Forest Island Lake River Waterfall Village Town Countryside Volcano Hill Track 1.4 Unit 1 Lesson 1 Activity 2
Forest Island Lake
River
Town Countryside Volcano
Hill.
Now you 1. Lake River Waterfall 2. Village Town Countryside 3. Volcano Hill Forest 4. Island Lake River 5. Waterfall Village Town 6. Countryside Volcano Hill.
Track 1.5 Unit 1 Lesson 1 Activity 5 Flying home
I can see a river and a waterfall below me. There's an island in a lake over there. It looks very small from the air. The holidays are over and we're on a plane, flying home and back to school again. From up here, high in the sky, I can see the hills passing by. There's a village in a forest on the right. This countryside is a beautiful sight. The holidays are over and we're on a plane, flying home and back to school again. From my window, I can see a big town below me. There are lots of little houses and streets too, and cars and lorries in a queue. The holidays are over and we're on a plane, flying home and back to school again. Back to school again.
Track 1.6 Unit 1 Lesson 2 Activity 3
Hi, Alyssa. How are you? I got back from my holiday last night. It was great.
Hi, Dina. Welcome home. It's nice to hear from you. Where did you go?
We went to a fantastic hotel next to a beach. It wasn't near a town, but there was a lot to do. Inside the hotel, there was a big games room, and outside there were 3 swimming pools.
Wow! The hotel looks really cool.
Yes, it was. I made some new friends. We played team games on the beach, and one day we went sailing to an island and had a picnic. We went mountain biking too, once in a forest and once next to a volcano. What about you?
I went camping with my mum, dad, aunt, uncle and cousins. We were in a forest above a lake and below a waterfall. It was amazing.
Wow, it looks beautiful. What did you do there?
I played with my cousins and we went swimming every morning. The water was really cold, but it was lots of fun. The best day was the boating trip. We went across a huge lake between some beautiful hills.
Cool. It sounds brilliant. Oh, let me tell you about the food at our hotel. It was delicious. They made great burgers and pizzas, and there was fruit salad. All my favourites. What was your food like?
Lucky you! Some evenings we went fishing, and then we cooked the fish on a fire next to the lake, under the stars. It was really cool. Other evenings, we walked to the nearest village and had dinner there.
Sounds lovely. I've got lots of photos. Can you come to my house after school tomorrow?
I'd love to.
Track 1.7. Unit 1. Lesson 3. Activity 4. A school choir sings a chorus about a duck and a chicken.
The school choir sings a chorus about a duck and a chicken.
Now say the missing words. A choir sings a chorus about a duck and a chicken.
School.
A school choir sings about a duck and a chicken.
A chorus.
A school choir sings a chorus about a duck.
And a chicken.
A school choir sings a chorus about
A duck and a chicken.
Track 1.8. Unit 1. Lesson 3. Activity 5. 1. Clock. C L O C K. Clock. 2. Stomach. S T O M A C H. Stomach. 3. Neck. N E C K. Neck. 4. Choir. C H O I R. Choir. 5. Black. B L A C K. black. 6. School. S C H O O L. School. Track 1.9. Unit 1. Lesson 5. Activity 1.
Can I ask you what you think about some holiday activities?
Yes, of course.
What do you think about mountain biking?
Mountain biking? I enjoy it.
Me too. And skateboarding?
I love skateboarding.
So do I. Do you like horse riding?
I don't like it.
Neither do I. Okay, one more question. What about surfing?
Let me think. I don't mind surfing.
Me neither. Thanks for your answers.
Track 1.10. Unit 1. Lesson 6. Activity 2.
These are some of my photos from our summer holiday. I love taking photos and I love showing them to people too. This one is from our day in town. We visited all the interesting places by bike. Peter really enjoyed it and he went very fast. Oh, and this photo is from the beach. Jane loved it because there were lots of beautiful shells. Freddie was happy listening to his music and Peter was in the sea for hours. This one is of the day we went up a hill. Freddie played the drums on a rock with 2 sticks and Grandpa fell asleep. We all laughed a lot. This last photo is from our day on the river. This was Grandpa's favourite day because he loves fishing. Peter enjoyed kayaking, but Freddie didn't like it so much.
Track 1.11. Unit 1. Lesson 6. Activity 3.
Who's the boy in the blue kayak?
Oh, that's Freddie. He's my brother.
And who's the girl looking at the butterfly?
Oh, that's Jane. She's my cousin.
Where were you that day?
We were at the beach in this photo.
Your grandpa looks happy. How many fish did he catch?
4, and all big ones.
So, who enjoyed this holiday the most?
We all did, but Grandpa enjoyed it the most because he loves fishing.
Who's the boy listening to music?
That's Freddie. He's my cousin.
Doesn't he like going to the beach?
Yes, he does. But that day he was very tired and he didn't want to go swimming.
What's Peter doing?
He's sailing in the sea.
Does he like swimming?
Yes, he does. He's very good at it too.
And what's Jane doing?
She's collecting flowers. She loves collecting things.
They're great photos, Vicky.
Thanks.
Track 1.12. Reading Time 1. Activity 1. True Traveller's Tales of Kindness. Lots of travellers have got stories about meeting kind people. Have you got a story? Write and tell us about it. I was on holiday in Spain with my wife. One day we came to a village by a lake. There was a beautiful island in the lake, but we had to wait for the next boat. We were tired, hot, and hungry. Suddenly, a man with a goat walked past. He looked at us and stopped. We didn't speak Spanish, so we just smiled at him. He smiled back and pointed to some plastic cups on our backpacks. He wanted our cups. We were surprised, but we gave them to the man. He sat down and started to milk the goat. Then he gave us 2 cups full of milk. He smiled at us again and walked off down the road with his goat.
I was on a snowboarding holiday and it was great fun. But it was very cold. I was at the top of the mountain and my mum and dad were in the restaurant below. So I came down the mountain on my snowboard and I ran into the restaurant. I cried. My hands are so cold. I can't feel them. Then a young woman came to our table. She gave me some hand warmers and said, "Hold these and think of the sunshine." She was so kind.
My husband and I were in Jordan on holiday. We often traveled on buses there. But it isn't easy for tourists because there aren't any bus stops in the countryside. You just put out your hand to stop the bus. However, people were really helpful. On our first day in Jordan, we wanted to take a bus to the town of Fuhais. There was an old woman next to us on the road. I said, "Does the bus to Fuhais stop here?" "Yes," she said, and she waited with us for our bus. It started raining and it got dark, and the woman's bus came and went. But she waited with us until our bus came. I didn't even know her name, but I was so happy that she helped us. I will always remember her.
Track 1.13. Play 1. Activity 2. Jane and the Special Butterfly.
Vicky, let's look at your photos of our holiday.
That's a great idea.
Did you take photos of us horse riding? I loved that.
Where am I? There you are. You're looking for that butterfly.
Look at the waterfall in this photo.
Where am I?
You're still looking for that butterfly.
In this photo, we're camping in the forest.
Where am I? There you are. You're looking for that butterfly again. Yes, I looked and looked, but I didn't find it.
Oh, yes you did. Look, it was on your back.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm going to print the photo, and then you can look at it all you want. Track 1.14. Unit 2. Lesson 1. Activity 1. Round. Across. Into. Out of. Through. Up. Down. Onto. Off. Over. Track 1.15. Unit 2. Lesson 1. Activity 2.
In picture 3, is the squirrel running into the tree?
Yes, it is.
picture 10, is the squirrel running through the log?
No, it isn't. It's jumping over the log.
Now you. 1. In picture 1, is the squirrel running round the tree? 2. In picture 7, is the squirrel running up the tree? 3. In picture 9, is the squirrel jumping onto the log? 4. In picture 2, is the squirrel running across the road? 5. In picture 5, is the squirrel jumping over the log?
Track 1.16. Unit 2. Lesson 1. Activity 5. Let's go!
Let's go into the castle. Let's go up the stairs. Let's walk through the dining room. Castles are cool to explore if you dare. Different people, different lives. Everyone has a different life.
Let's go into the city. People in the square. Let's walk round a museum. Cities are cool to explore if you dare.
Different people, different lives. Everyone has a different life. Let's go into a farmyard. Chicks running here and there. Let's all walk across the fields. Farms are cool to explore if you dare. Different people, different lives. Everyone has a different life.
Track 1.17. Unit 2. Lesson 2. Activity 3. The Prince and the Pauper. Adapted from a story by Mark Twain. Once upon a time, there was a prince called Edward. He lived in a castle, but he didn't have any friends. One day, Edward saw a poor boy called Tom. "Come into the castle and play with me," he said. "What's it like to be a prince?" asked Tom. "I've got an idea," said Edward. The boys decided to swap clothes. "You look like me now," said Edward. "And you look like me," said Tom. The boys were hungry, so Edward went to find some food. He forgot that he had Tom's clothes on. An angry servant pushed Edward out of the castle. "Stop! I'm the prince," said Edward. But the servant just laughed. Tom waited and waited. "Where's Edward?" he thought. He walked round the castle. He went up and down the stairs. He walked through the halls and across the huge rooms, but he couldn't find his new friend. Tom was very tired. He returned to Edward's bedroom, got into the huge bed, and went to sleep. In the morning, a servant walked through the door. "Good morning, Prince Edward," said the servant. "Here are your clothes." The clothes were beautiful, but they weren't very comfortable. "Where is Edward?" thought Tom. Outside the castle, Edward had a terrible night. In the morning, he went back to the castle. Tom was very happy to see him. "Prince Edward," said Tom. "What? You are Prince Edward?" the servant said to Tom. At that moment, the Queen came into the castle. "Edward, what are you doing in those old clothes?" she asked. "Sorry, Mum," apologized Edward. "We were playing a game, Your Majesty," said Tom. Everyone was very surprised. Then they all laughed. After that, Edward and Tom became very good friends. Track 1.18 Unit 2 Lesson 3 Activity 4 George and Jill are jolly giraffes, jumping in a huge gym.
George and Jill are jolly giraffes, jumping in a huge gym.
Now say the missing words. George and Jill are jolly giraffes in a huge gym.
Jumping.
George and Jill are giraffes jumping in a huge gym.
Jolly.
George and Jill are jolly giraffes jumping.
In a huge gym.
Jolly giraffes jumping in a huge gym.
George and Jill are...
Track 1.19 Unit 2 Lesson 3 Activity 5 1. July J-U-L-Y July 2. Orange O-R-A-N-G-E Orange 3. Vegetable V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E Vegetable 4. Jacket J-A-C-K-E-T Jacket 5. January J-A-N-U-A-R-Y January 6. Village V-I L L A G E. Village. Track 1.20. Unit 2. Lesson 5. Activity 1.
Look at my little brother. He's only 3 and he can tie his shoes already.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Could you tie your shoes when you started kindergarten?
No, I couldn't.
Could you count to 100 when you started primary school?
I can't remember.
Could you whistle a tune when you were 8?
Yes, I could. What about you?
I learnt to whistle a tune this year, but I could do up my coat when I was only 6.
It's interesting how we learn things at different times.
Track 1.21. Unit 2. Lesson 6. Activity 2.
Hello. My name is Baguma. I go to primary school in Uganda. I wear a uniform. It's blue. We've got 5 lessons every day. There are 32 children in my class. We always stand up when a teacher comes into the classroom and we say, "Good morning, sir," or "Good morning, madam." We haven't got a computer at my school, but our teacher has a board to write on. We work in groups or as a whole class. After school, there are school clubs. There's football and basketball. I play football. I love my school.
Hi, I'm Aiko, and I go to school in the countryside near Osaka, a big city in Japan. We don't have to wear a school uniform. We can wear our own clothes to school. We've got 6 lessons every day, 4 in the morning and 2 after lunch. There are 33 children in my class. When a teacher comes into the classroom, we all stand up. There's a computer room at school and we do some of our lessons there. We use the internet to learn about different subjects. We often work in small groups and help each other study. There are lots of after-school clubs, like art, sport, music, and games. I go to the art club. My school is fantastic.
Track 1.22. Unit 2. Lesson 8. Activity 1. My grandchildren are all very different. Now, Peter, he's sport mad. He loves all sports. He's very good at skateboarding, and he loves mountain biking. He just can't sit in a chair for 10 minutes. He has to run around and be active. Then there's his sister, Vicky, who's technology mad. She takes her tablet everywhere, and she's got hundreds of apps. She's a bit like me. I'm technology mad too. She doesn't do any sport, but she likes walking around and taking photos of everything. What about the other side of the family? Well, there's Freddie. Freddie is music mad. He plays the trumpet and listens to music all day on his phone. But his sister Jane is very different. She's quiet and she works very hard at school. She's especially interested in science, in the moon and stars, and in all plants and wild animals. Track 1.23. Review 1. Activity 2. Run into the forest. Run through the forest. Run out of the forest. Run up the hill. Run down the hill. Run over the river. Run round the village. Climb onto the rock. Jump off the rock. Swim across the lake. Track 1.24. Review 1. Activity 6. Listen and look. There is one example.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Mrs. Bridge.
I saw your grandpa yesterday. I waved to him, but he didn't see me. He was on his bike.
Oh, Grandpa loves his bike. It's a mountain bike, and every day he rides through the forest and next to the river.
Can you see the letter C? Now you listen and write a letter in each box.
You all like sport in your family, don't you?
Yes, we do. We all enjoy being outside, but we all like different things. My mum and dad both go running every evening next to the lake. But really, I think their favourite sport is tennis.
Do they play a lot?
Yes, they do. And they're always watching tennis on TV too. Do you know my aunt? The one that's my dad's sister?
Is that the aunt that lives near the beach?
Yes. Well, she loves water sports. She loves sailing and sea kayaking. But she's best at surfing. She's really fantastic.
Does she enter competitions?
Yes, she does. And she's won lots of medals.
And what about your little sister? What does she do?
She loves animals more than sport. She loves them all. Cats, birds, rabbits, but especially horses.
And can she ride a horse?
Well, she's learning. She goes to horse riding classes at the weekend. She loves it.
Track 1.25. Unit 3. Lesson 1. Activity 1. Cyclist. Light. Basket. Gears. Pump. Lock. Bell. Wheel. Brakes. Safety vest. Track 1.26. Unit 3. Lesson 1. Activity 2.
It's below the light.
Bell.
It's above the wheel.
Basket.
It's next to the safety vest.
Brakes.
Now you. 1. It's above the lock. 2. It's next to the pump. 3. It's above the bell. 4. It's below the pump. 5. It's next to the lock. 6. It's below the basket.
Track 1.27. Unit 3. Lesson 1. Activity 5. Going on a bike ride.
There were 5 cyclists going on a bike ride. 5 cyclists going on a bike ride. One forgot to bring his lock, so he can't ride. There were 4 cyclists going on a bike ride. 4 cyclists going on a bike ride. One forgot his safety vest, so he can't ride. There were 3 cyclists going on a bike ride. 3 cyclists going on a bike ride. One forgot to check his brakes, so he can't ride. There were 2 cyclists going on a bike ride. 2 cyclists going on a bike ride. One forgot to check his lights, so he can't ride. There was 1 cyclist going on a bike ride. 1 cyclist going on a bike ride. He forgot to take a pump, so he can't ride. There were no cyclists on the bike ride.
Track 1.28. Unit 3. Lesson 2. Activity 3. London bike rides.
Come on a bike ride round London. Fun for all the family. Our bike rides are great for all the family. Mum and Dad, children aged 6 and over, and grandparents too. Our groups are small, between 4 and 10 cyclists. Ride one of our fantastic bikes with a bell, a light, and a basket if you want one. All our bikes have got 24 gears. We also give you a helmet, a safety vest, and a lock, because your safety is very important to us. Ride down quiet streets, across big squares, and along paths through the beautiful parks of London, and see many of the city centre's famous places. Stop in a park for a break, where you can play on the swings and slides, and enjoy an ice cream. Summer. Every day, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. The 1st of April to the 3rd of September. Winter. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The 1st of October to the 31st of March. Tickets. £30 for adults. £20 for children. You can buy tickets on our website or at London Bike Rides near Victoria train station, opposite the Bluebird Cafe. look at the map and find some of the famous places you'll see in London. 1. The London Eye is a big wheel. It's one of the tallest in the world. 2. Big Ben is the name of a bell. It's in a very tall tower with a clock at the top. 3. Trafalgar Square is a very famous square. People come here to see concerts and parades. 4. Tower Bridge is a very old bridge. It opens for big boats to go through. 5. Buckingham Palace is the London home of the British royal family. Rules. Children must be with an adult. You must wear a helmet and a safety vest. You mustn't ride fast. You mustn't ride near cars or people. Reviews. The bike ride was fantastic. Our children loved it and they learnt a lot about London. Olga, Russia. Last summer, I was in London for a week and the best day was your bike ride. Thank you. Duck, Vietnam.
Track 1.29. Unit 3. Lesson 3. Activity 4. Nice mice bouncing balls. Bounce them once, bounce them twice.
Nice mice bouncing balls. Bounce them once, bounce them twice.
Now say the missing words. Mice bouncing balls. Bounce them once, bounce them twice.
Nice.
Nice mice bouncing balls. Bounce them twice.
Once.
Nice mice bouncing balls. Bounce them once.
Bounce them twice.
Nice mice. Bounce them once, bounce them twice.
Bouncing balls.
Track 1.30. Unit 3. Lesson 3. Activity 5. 1. Summer. S-U-M-M-E-R. Summer. 2. Ice cream. I-C-E-C-R-E-A-M. Ice cream. 3. Center. C-E-N-T-R-E. Center. 4. Safety. S-A-F-E-T-Y. Safety. 5. Palace. P-A-L-A-C-E. Palace. 6. Fantastic. F-A-N-T-A-S-T-I-C. Fantastic. Track 1.31. Unit 3. Lesson 5. Activity 1.
How do we get to the sports centre from here?
First, we go straight on to the hospital.
OK, go straight on to the hospital. What next?
And then we turn right.
OK, we turn right. And then?
After that, we go past the supermarket.
I see. We go past the supermarket. And after that?
Finally, we turn left.
So we turn left and then we're there.
Yes, the sports centre is on the left, opposite the cafe.
Great! Let's go.
Track 1.32. Unit 3. Lesson 6. Activity 2.
Hi, my name is Danny and I go home from school by bike. I come out of school and I turn right onto Museum Road. I go straight on and I go past a bus stop on the right. After the bus stop, I turn left onto Mountain Street. Then I go straight on and I cross Forest Street. After that, I turn right. My house is in this street. It's number 10. What's my address?
Hi, I'm Nadia. My house is very near my school. I always walk home. I come out of school and I turn left onto Museum Road. I walk past the school and I turn left again onto Stone Street. I walk to the end of Stone Street and I turn right onto Bell Road. I walk past a shop on the right and my street is on the left. We live at number 5. What's my address?
Hello, I'm Devrin, and this is how I go home from school. First, I come out of the school and I turn right onto Museum Road and then left onto Lake Street. I go past the library on the left and past a restaurant on the right. My street is the next street on the left after the restaurant. I live at number 17. What's my address? Track 1.33. Reading Time 2. Activity 1. Journey to the Centre of the Earth by Jules Verne. Professor Hardwigg, his nephew Harry, and Hans climbed down and down into the volcano. Professor Hardwigg opened the old map from the museum and looked at it again. I'm sure this is the right volcano, he said excitedly. Hans looked worried. In Iceland, there were many legends about this volcano, and Hans's grandfather was an expert on these. When they came to the bottom of the volcano, they found a mushroom forest with huge mushrooms bigger than trees, and strange animals with long legs and big eyes. Here's the path, said Professor Hardwigg. This way to the centre of the earth. We go straight on through this forest and then turn right. Then he walked happily into the mushroom forest with the map under his arm and a big smile on his face. Harry and Hans walked behind him. Harry was scared. He decided not to look round and just looked down at his feet. Suddenly, Hans shouted, "Look out! What's that? Oh no! It's a dinosaur!" Harry jumped quickly behind a rock and put his hands over his face. Through his fingers, he saw a huge dinosaur with a long neck. It pushed over a mushroom tree and started to eat. Then it walked slowly across the forest, away from Harry. Harry came out from behind the rock, but now he couldn't see Hans or his uncle. Harry was scared, and so he shouted loudly, "Hans! Uncle! Help!" Suddenly, he saw them. They were on top of one of the mushroom trees. Harry started to laugh. "Come down," he said. "It's okay now." Together, they walked quickly out of the forest. In front of them was a huge lake. "Great," said Professor Hardwig, looking at the map. "Here's the lake. We need to go across the lake and then down a waterfall. Then we come to the center of the earth." "Okay," said Harry unhappily. "But how are we going to go across the lake?" "Don't worry," said Hans. "We can make a raft from the mushroom trees." Hans was very clever with his hands, and he quickly made a raft. Then off they went across the lake. They went round an island with a big mountain, and suddenly Professor Hardwig stood up on the raft and pointed. "There's the waterfall," he said. Track 1.34. Play 2. Activity 2. Peter and the skateboarding competition.
You woke up early this morning, Peter.
Yes, I'm going to the skateboarding competition.
Oh, where is it, Peter?
At the Green Place Sports Centre.
OK, goodbye, Peter. Let's go and surprise him.
Look, this is the Green Place Sports Centre.
But there isn't a competition here.
Let me see. Look, it's at the Green Space Sports Centre, not Green Place.
But that's the opposite side of town.
Don't worry. We can go by river. Quick, let's go. Get your helmets and safety vests ready now.
OK, Grandpa.
Green Space Sports Centre is on the left after this bridge.
We must go quickly. We're going to be late.
Surprise! Oh, thank you. But I got it wrong. The competition is next Saturday.